Welcome to BFSI classes. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about Money Laundering and Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Many times, criminals and terrorists obtain money through illegal means. It is important that the Indian government and banks take crucial steps to crack down on money laundering. Money laundering is a process by which the origin of funds generated by illegal means such as drug trafficking, illegal arms trade, corruption, extortion, etc. is concealed. Criminals try to disguise the origins of money obtained through illegal activities so that it looks like it was obtained from legal sources. This is called money laundering. Now let us look into various stages of money laundering. There are three main stages of money laundering in financial process. They are placement, layering, and integration. Placement refers to the initial point of entry for funds derived from criminal activities. That means a customer makes some money through illegal transactions and they keep their money with a bank account by keeping various false records. This is called placement. They are placing their currencies and illegal money in a safe account. Layering refers to creating complex networks of transactions which attempt to obscure the link between the initial entry point and the end of the transaction cycle. This means that in the layering process, the customer divides this illegal money into different parts and sending it via networks, internet, etc. into various accounts and it transfers to another accounts. So there will be a complexity between the initial entry point and end of the transaction cycle. And the final step is integration. It refers to the return of funds to the lawful economy for later withdrawal. This means that after this transaction, the funds will be returned. That means the fund will be withdrawn by the customer through legal means, so the illegal money makes illegal money through illegal records. In other words, in integration, the customer spends money to purchase various consumer durables or luxury items to disburse these extra funds. So the initial entry point and the withdrawal point are unknown. Now the concern before the banks are how to prevent money laundering. In order to control that, RBI proposed Know Your Customer, that means KYC guidelines to banks. KYC guidelines include customer acceptance policy, customer identification procedures, monitoring of transactions, and risk management. Customer identification documents include passport, permanent account number, voter identity card, driving license, identity card issued by the employer if acceptable to the bank. In order to prevent money laundering, Parliament of India passed an Act in 2002 which is called Prevention of Money Laundering Act or PMLA. The main objectives of the PMLA were preventing and controlling money laundering, confiscation and seize of property obtained from the laundering money, and dealing with any other issue related with money laundering. Now let us look into the various features of PMLA. The first feature is it provides a provision of punishment for money laundering. The Act clearly states that where a person is found guilty of money laundering in India, he or she shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment from 3 years to 7 years, which is extendable up to 10 years. Second feature, powers of attachment of tainted property. Appropriate authorities can provisionally attach property believed to be proceeds of crime for 180 days subject to their appointment by the Government of India. Third feature, Adjudicating Authority. The Adjudicating Authority is the authority whose appointment is made by the Central Government of India by way of a notification to exercise jurisdiction, powers and authority stated under PMLA 2002. It decides whether the property related or seized is involved in money laundering. Further, the adjudicating authority shall not be bound by any of the procedures specified by the Code of Civil Procedure 1908. Next feature, burden of proof. A person has to prove that alleged proceeds of the offence are in fact lawful property where he is found accused of having committed the offence of money laundering. Next one, Appellate Tribunal. It is the body appointed by Government of India empowered to hear appeals against the decisions of the adjudicating authority or any other authority under the Act. It is worth to note that decisions of the tribunal can be further appealed to High Court and finally to the Supreme Court. Next feature, Special Court. Section 43 of the PMLA 2002 states that the central government shall, for the purpose of trial of offence punishable under Section 4 by notification, assign one or more courts of session as the special court for such cases as may be specified in the notification. Financial Intelligence Unit India. It was established by Union Government of India on 18th November 2004 as the Central National Agency primarily responsible for obtaining, processing, analyzing and imparting information related to suspect financial transactions. It is an independent body which directly reports to the Economic Intelligence Council governed by Finance Ministry.